Number 3, 2, 1, action.
Good morning. Welcome to Africities in Kisumu. I know that this is your first participation in Africity. I want to know, what is your feeling about this 9th edition of the Summit of Africity?
Good morning, Lionel. I'm Honorable Sathyanarayanan from the Seychelles Islands. I'm a Member of Parliament and also from the Victoria District Association of Seychelles. The first experience, I would say, will surely go down as a memorable one, and it was one through which I've had the opportunity of meeting fellow young leaders such as my brother right here, and I've also participated in sessions whereby I'm able to share my knowledge and also at the same time learn something. And I've also engaged with locals who have expressed the joy at having it at Kisumu, which is the first intermediary city. And in giving an intermediary city the opportunity, it goes to show that nothing is impossible. Because yes, there might have been challenges in hosting it, but they managed to pull it off. And I would like to extend my appreciation to the host city of Kisumu.
Thank you. Same question to you. What is your feeling about this first edition, your first participation to Africity?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Rino Zamba. First of all, I'm Fane Balaba, a Deputy Mayor in the city of Blantyre, a Blantyre city found in Malawi country that found in the southern part of Africa. And I'm a president of young elected local officials there in Malawi, a group that we have 48 young elected local officials in Malawi. My feeling here is good and amazing, looking that an intermediary city hosting a big event like this that has almost taken about 5,000 participants across the globe, meeting people in different countries, which are having some different culture, but we are able to interact over these 5 days that we have been here. It has been so quiet, and of course, seeing the vibe, the courage that young people from Africa, they have, like my brother from Seychelles, and they also, at last note, to see that the former sitting head of state, the former head of state, coming to share with us and the way they wanted to give the youth Africa they want. So it has been so good from the day one, I can say so.
Thank you, Mayor. And Honorable Naidu, I want to know what topic bring you to Africity?
It was the topic of, first and foremost, me being a youth,
yeah.
And secondly, climate change, which is a subject which continues to remain relevant. It will remain relevant for long as we have not demonstrated the ability to address it in an effective and efficient manner. And the African continent isn't necessarily the culprit. We are actually the victims, and we have to find our voice and the platform to also sensitize people about this subject. So this is what has brought me here. I've managed to engage. I've also managed to draw back feedback with regards to what people had to say. For us also to come up with recommendations and submit to UCLGA as an organ to put forth its position with regards to climate change and what youths themselves feel towards it.
Same question to you, Honorable Balaba. What topic bring you here in Africity?
Yeah, the topic that really touched and sparked my desire to that when I'm going back to my country, to my city, I will invest a lot on that one in research and of course in implementation is the laws of the youth in intermediate cities for the sustainable future that we want. That one has indeed sparked me to look at the generation that is today. We should also prepare for the next generation to come. Like I'm here as a yellow young elected local officials, which is age bound by UN and the AU Charter is 35 below. And in the next Africity that will happen in 3 years, I'll be still a year within the age bound. But another Africity will not be there. So I should be ready also to prepare the younger generation that when they come to this platform, they should come that our brothers before us have created a situation whereby they feel so ready to take over. Looking that even myself in the cities across Africa, we normally know capital cities of the countries, not the secondary cities. So it's good that from now onwards, I'll be also checking on the cities that are doing well. Looking at Kisumu as it is, it's an intermediate city, but to organize this, it has really impressed. And of course, Kenya only the decentralization where they've done quite good of county governments. So I also, going back, I also to look on my countries, how best can we go for the decentralization.
Thank you. I have one last question for you. If you had one recommendation or one message for the next edition of Africity, what can you do? What can you say to the organizer of Africity?
With regards to the next organizers, if I'm not mistaken, it will be Egypt. And if so, if it's going to be in Egypt, I know the initiatives which they have taken. I'm sure going green would be one of the steps. I've noticed that in a lot of events we are still using bottled water. Perhaps we can move away from it. Perhaps we can look at more sustainable means towards even generation of electricity to make things work. There might be ways in the manner in which we can approach the summit itself. There has also been perhaps the lack of online interaction, which I felt could be addressed, because not all people would have the opportunity to displace themselves. And there are people out there who may, for one reason or the other, not be here today due to financial reasons or issues relating to their visa, for instance. So perhaps we can give the opportunity for us to connect online, as we know that we are moving towards a digital world. So we can really use the innovation that is out there and put it into best practice and maximize it for us to get a better output. Not that Kisumu has not done well. They have done extremely well, but there's always room for improvement. We must learn so we can improve going forward, and I hope to be there.
Thank you. The same question to you. Your message or your recommendation for the next edition of Africity.
Thank you, Mr. Rino. The next edition of the Africity, I will also talk much on the leadership style, coming up with the leaders. I believe that the Africity is also under AU, as I've seen that in the opening session, the president of the AU was here. So my recommendation is that I think the General Assembly there, they should look into other rules and procedures of coming up with the leaders. As much as we want to unite the Africa, but if you put rules that it's a polaris to bring the African together, then we might miss to reach there. So as an organization that look for the cities and local government, I propose to have a rotation kind of leadership that will effectively mean the unity of Africa. That is the most purpose. The way they do with the Africities, that they sit and choose which cities are going to have our cities, then they should also say that for now it will go to this region. So as Africa, we have 5 regions. It should happen with the UCLG leadership, Rifela and this new yellow, so that we unite Africa, and the language should be a barrier. We move and we win. Thank you.
Thank you. Green and leadership. I hope the organizer of Africity will understand what you want. Thank you, and hope to see you in the next summit of Africity. Thank you.
Thank you,
pleasure.
Mr. Rio. Thank you.
Thank you.